What is it like to visit Angkor Wat, Cambodia? In today's video, I will not only delve into the history of Angkor Wat, I will also tell you all the different ways in which you could travel Angkor Wat for different budgets and needs, the best place to get your tickets from, whether seeing the sunrise at Angkor Wat is really worth it. I mean, look at these crowds. And show you some of my favorite temples of the entire complex, and share my overall tips and advice for visiting Angkor Wat. This video is not only perfect to those planning their Angkor Wat visit, but also those who want to see and experience this complex but cannot really do so at the moment, as you can experience the complex and its beauty through the screen with me. So let's begin.
Good morning, you guys. As you can probably see behind me, it's still dark outside as it's very early in the morning. It's only 4:30 a.m. I'm just about to go downstairs to meet up with my tuk-tuk driver, who's going to be my driver for the day around Angkor Wat. And one of the major attractions in Angkor Wat is the sunrise. So that's why we are up nice and early, 4:30. I'm ready to go. Let's visit this absolute wonder of the world today. So this is my electronic ticket that I bought on the official website, the government Cambodian website. So spooky. So we were going through the jungle for a while, but there are a lot of cars there, and right now I'm just here like alone. It's very, very dark. I booked my tickets to Angkor Wat online, as the queues to go and see the sunrise can be quite long and you just don't want to, waste time. It's best for you to get here as early as possible, so then you can find you the best spot. Oh, there's another security ticket check here. I can already see the colors starting to get more red. A lot of people. The longer we're here, the more we start to see Angkor Wat. Now it's currently 5:45, and yeah, we can begin to see the burgundy reds. Feels like every minute you look, you can see it more and more. There's this anticipation. You can see the crowds building and building and building, and the most people are definitely up to the front. So if you're looking for a space that's like a bit less crowded, for example, if you want to set up a tripod like I am, then definitely the side is your option, because yeah, over there I think it's just too crowded. It gets very busy. It's very much worth it. It's the top attraction. Like, I feel like the sunrise is one of those things that you must do, because you then start to begin to understand why Angkor Wat was built in the way it is. We are here on a Tuesday. I've heard that's one of the least busy days. Like, I've been advised not to come here on the weekend, just because weekends supposedly get very busy here. But my goodness, if Tuesdays are not so busy and the weekends are busy, it's quite hard for me to imagine how busy this place must be getting during the weekends. Like, have a look. This is just the crowds on a Tuesday. So the name Angkor Wat translates into the King's City Pagoda, and it was originally built as a Hindu temple in the Khmer Empire. Later, it was converted to a Buddhist temple, so you can see the traces of both Hinduism and Buddhism throughout the complex. There are different ways from which you can explore the Angkor Wat temple complex. So you can either get a guided tour with a tour guide who will go with you around each and every complex, and tell you the history, the story around the Angkor Wat. It's usually set tall, so you'll get to these destinations when they're very busy. So that's also something else that I wanted to avoid. However, definitely if you want to have more of like a background story, history, if you've not been to the Angkor National Museum or you've not really watched any documentaries about Angkor Wat, that might be a better option. It also gives you a structure exactly of where to go when. Then you can rent a private tuk-tuk for the day, and you can go about it whichever way you want. You can either negotiate with tuk-tuk drivers in Siem Reap, outside of your hotel. You can also ask your hotel receptionist if they could organize you a private tuk-tuk driver, and usually they are more than happy to do so. Or you can also book it online, so that's what I did. You can also rent a bicycle or a scooter, come here yourself from Siem Reap. And look how beautifully these people are lit up. I don't know, I just find it so beautiful. As the sun hits certain spots of the temple and the people, the crowds, it's just all super magical. So you can see, as soon as the sun comes out, you can really feel the warmth. And I think it's going to be a very hot day, but so far it's nice and breezy. You have to wear trousers, long pants, long trousers, and short sleeves or long sleeves, but no tank tops. Right now it's just this beautiful yellow hue, and you could really see the change of hues and change of colors. Angkor Wat was built in the 12th century and was a huge investment at the time. It took over 300,000 workers over 30 years to complete it. As I said before, it was originally supposed to be the Hindu temple that later got converted into Buddhism. You could try to rent a bicycle if you want to be fully independent and just go at your own pace and wherever you want to, and that way you also don't have to hire a tuk-tuk driver. However, bear in mind it gets very hot. Unless you don't mind cycling in the great heat of 37 degrees. I mean, right now we have only 27. However, the temperature is going to increase throughout the day for sure, as right now it's only 7:30. Just before we're going to go inside the Angkor Wat, I wanted to see what's to the side of it. Wow, look at this. The view from here. Super beautiful. And you can see how truly worn out these stairs are, and the edges, like. You have like all the different entrances protected by lions. The lions, they have deteriorated over time, so you can see the faces are a little bit lost. Each and every entrance is protected by 2 lions. Also, you guys, look at the detail in the artwork and how well it's been preserved. Like these roses and these flowers, they don't look chipped, they look freshly made. And each and every column and each and every side has more artwork. I don't want to touch it because I know oil from your fingers can be damaging. It is believed that this temple might have been painted, but due to wear and tear and people touching different walls, the paint has faded and has come off. I'm amazed. I could just be staring at the artwork all day. You can see the Hindu gods all throughout this complex. Virtually all of this complex is free for visitors to just explore. You can access each and every part of this temple. I'm not entirely sure how many visitors this place gets daily, but I feel like it's in the thousands. Also, partially the profit from going and seeing the Angkor Wat goes towards a good cause, a donation. Right, so now we are just going to go to the Tomb Raider temple. So I'm going to grab my driver. Right here we can actually go up and visit this temple. Just going to sacrifice this one for the sake of the next one, because the next temple is actually the one that I'm most excited about. So I just found this little guy. Ta Prohm.
Yeah.
Is that how you pronounce it?
Ta Prohm.
Ta Prohm.
Yeah.
Ta Prohm.
He follow Hindu. He need everybody follow Hindu like him. Some of people they agree, some of people did not agree. And then everything in Buddhist statue was destroyed.
So this is the temple that I'm by far the most excited to see. Even more excited to see this one than the Angkor Wat. I know, a shocker. But this is the Ta Prohm or Ta Prohm. And I'm most excited about this one out of the whole entire complex, because as a child I was obsessed with the Tomb Raider movie and games. I would play the Tomb Raider 3 or Tomb Raider Legends every single day on like my old laptop on my old computer. And the movie itself with Angelina Jolie became my all-time favorite, most watched movie at that time. I think your childhood really shapes who you are. I became a traveler, I became an explorer, going to very remote destinations especially. The Tomb Raider was one of those reasons why I became a full-time traveler, which is crazy. And you know, the story is making its full circle. I had been influenced so much by Cambodia, and many of the other destinations that I traveled to were also influenced by the Tomb Raider series, the computer games, believe it or not. So now we are walking through the jungle to get there. This temple is very popular, so it might be quite busy, but I'm planning to spend a couple of hours here maybe just to really take it all in, because I'm so excited about being here. These trees are absolutely incredible, just have a look. Wow. Ta Prohm temple was actually abandoned for a while, so when it was rediscovered, it was deep in the jungle, completely covered by branches, by trees. The roots have overgrown in and out of the temple. In order to preserve the temple, a lot of these trees like this, had been cut down. Otherwise, you know, trees keep growing, so the roots would eventually destroy the temple completely, it would just collapse. So I believe in order to preserve the temple, they cut a lot of the trees, but left the remaining roots. We already can see some remainings of a temple, but this temple looks quite destroyed. It doesn't look like they've restored it much. This area did not look like this. Now it's very touristy, now it has pathways. Before, it was just in the jungle covered by trees. So there's a dead tree, which appears to be growing literally inside, on top of the temple. I wonder if that's an optical illusion or it's literally growing on top of the stone. Every entrance, every doorway, so much detail. There's also like scaffoldings at some parts of this temple, because you can see that it kind of collapsed in a few different places. I'm not sure whether they've saved it or they just reconstructed it, because it does look a bit like it's, you know, it has fallen down. I'll show you. It looks broken in a few different parts here. So, you know, with it being as old as it is, it's still amazing that they've been able to preserve it even with a little bit of hope. The iconic scene. As you can see over here, for example, it's all closed off to the public because I guess it's just collapsing, scaffolding all the way inside. But it's not, it's there trying to preserve it as much as possible. The Buddha head is missing because of one of the kings, I believe in the 13th century, who was Hindu and wanted to convert the whole population to Hinduism, and he didn't agree with Buddhism and Buddhist rituals, hence why he chopped off Buddha's head. I'm pretty sure all across this temple. Oh, there's another one here. You see? And look how tall this temple is. Oh. I feel like I'm in a Tomb Raiders movie. And not just because of that location with the tree growing inside the temple, but actually even more so by this type of architecture, the stone carvings right here. Like, guys, if you've ever played Tomb Raider, especially Tomb Raider 3, which is my favorite Tomb Raider of all time, you would remember seeing these style of columns pretty much all throughout the game. This definitely had been an inspiration for not just the Tomb Raider movie, but also the games, because I remember seeing these same exact temples in Tomb Raider. This place is so huge and impressive, it's very easy to just get lost exploring, and there are many different ways in which you can go and many different little temples you can go inside. So yes, there's so much to this place. Here you can see the reminiscence of the red paint that was used in Hindu and Buddhist religions. So yeah, red is a very spiritual color. There's a huge queue for this one. Maybe I had mistaken, and this is actually the very famous spot from the Lara Croft scene. I would have to rewatch the movie. I mean, these two spots are quite iconic. So this temple dates back to 1186 AD. Like I said before, it has been originally built as a Buddhist temple in Bayon style and was built by Jayavarman VII. Somebody's flying a drone. We're not allowed to fly drones here. I'm kind of jealous though, because I would love to get some beautiful drone footage from you guys. But generally, you're not allowed to fly drones here unless you have a commercial license, which costs supposedly upfront of £1,000 to obtain, and might be very difficult, like a lot of paperwork might go into getting a drone license. The trees here are enormous. I feel very privileged to be able to touch a tree like this. This was an insanely cute visit, but for sure I need to get some lunch, need to drink a bottle of water. I'm sure I'm just going to down a bottle of water now. I'm unbelievably thirsty, but this is a must-see. This is one of the top things I have seen in my whole entire life. I don't want to leave. I know I could come back because I still have 2 days left on my pass, but still, I really don't feel like leaving. I'm loving it too much here. I'm not going to lie, a lot of these shots that you saw had been very hard to film because I had to wait for ages and ages for there to be a gap, you know. If you just want to see without taking any pictures, an hour, but up to 2 hours, I think, for this temple. Finally found my driver and can go for lunch. I'm very excited to eat and just have a rest.
Most important to every people that living inside and living outside.
The water?
Yeah.
So what was the first name of
the first name of Angkor Temple? They call Ta Prohm Visulo.
Ta Prohm
Visulo.
Visulo.
Yeah. Ta Prohm Visulo. Yeah.
Okay.
Then second name they call Angkor Wat until right now. So in
Khmer it's the same, yeah?
Yeah.
So does that mean the name got changed when the religion was changed?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Bayon Temple.
This is Bayon. So we just got to another temple. This is Bayon Temple, based in the Angkor Thom area. This one is also known from the movie Tomb Raider. There are some monkeys there and I was slightly worried that they would steal my camera, so I had to quickly grab it. But how insane. This place is majestic, that's literally the only way I can call it. It feels magical to be here and to experience this. I can't believe I'm here, finally. It really feels like I'm in an ancient movie as opposed to real life. I'm sorry guys, I'm whispering, I know, but I don't want to be disrespectful. We are inside the temple. Look at the carvings also. Yeah. Just want to show you how incredible this complex is for any explorers. And yeah, I can see it, another god with 4 faces there. Wow. Wow. I just want to take it all in. Just want to look at all the structures and the architecture. So spectacular. Now you guys can see exactly what I was seeing, and well, can't see him very well, but right there, yeah. These are possibly one of the most steep and worn down stairs I have ever seen. Oh my goodness, I don't know if I can even do this. It's like climbing. I need my hands to make sure I have balance. I am very tired also. Ancient, very old, and just very authentic. I know back in the day, stairs used to be more steep than they are today, but that's also wear and tear for sure. I think I'll go around. It's like an adventure in itself, climbing up those stairs. You can see the remnants of the old art. For this temple, in order to show you it in the full glory, I'm going to show you a vertical video that I have just taken. Just because, like with a lot of these temples, actually vertical videos turn out to be way better than horizontal because I can show you way more. Found yet another picture perfect place, you guys. It's right here by the east entrance, but it's to the side, and it's just the most gorgeous gateway. So I highly recommend you to get over to the east gate, but like come to one of the side entrances. This one specifically is on your left as you come through the east gate. And there it is. I'm going to go to the west gate. It's already quite late, so I know I need to get going. I could easily spend here another few hours, but I cannot. Unfortunately, some faces are destroyed, and I've read somewhere it's due to lightning damage. If you're from Cambodia, is this true? Because I've heard these faces had been damaged due to lightnings, due to storms. But then I overheard some tour guides saying that storms are actually, like serious storms, are not very common in Cambodia, so maybe that was just something very rare for them to happen. Very unfortunate.
One.
Okay, I'm trying to find the west entrance, but this place is literally like a maze in like the best way possible, while feeling like a true explorer. But wow. So this complex is actually much smaller than the last one, but it's definitely a must do on anyone Angkor Wat complex, temple complex visit. This is a must place. You have to come to Bayon because, like I said, it's just a magical, spectacular experience that cannot be missed, in my opinion. Just look at the west gate, you guys. How insanely beautiful. Wow, insane. Yeah, I totally understand it. I've been to many temples in my life, you guys may know if you've seen my videos in the past, but this is something else. These stairs though are very steep, so I'm being very careful, but yeah, I think I have to go back now. But it's been a blast, and I can't wait to be back here. So I just got back to my hotel. But first of all, have a look at this sunset. I'm back in my hotel room. Actually, my camera is not picking it up. That's such a shame. Like in person, it looks beautiful, very vivid. It makes me kind of sad that I didn't stay for sunset at the temple. But I can't have everything. This is the first time I've seen the sunset this beautiful. Oh, maybe now you can see the sunset in its full glory. Absolutely gorgeous. But yeah, anyway, a little recap. So as I said, it was magnificent. It was spectacular. It was magical. All the best things in this world. I'm laying like a dead person. I hope you guys don't mind. I just really wanted to do this update. I can do more videos about the temples if you would like to see them in the future. I bought a 3-day pass. I only used 1 day. Sorry, somebody sent me a text and all of a sudden I forgot. I completely lost track of what I was saying. I think that's my sign to sign off. Yeah, you guys, I love you. I hope you enjoyed this video from Angkor Wat, and I'll see you in my next video. Leave some feedback, please. Let me know what you thought of this video in the comments and what else you'd like me to film. That would be great. Thank you. Love you. Bye.